Welcome back guys to another episode, and today we have SUV madness. We've got two Cayenne Turbo S EHybrids, same but very different at the same time. But make sure you keep watching because we're going to take you through exactly what we've done to each one. So guys, with our Cayenne Turbo S EHybrid, we haven't had an update in a little while because it's been so busy. However, it's time to tell you guys what's been going on in the background with this. So we've changed it up to a stage 2. That's with the OPF delete, custom ECU tune and TCU tune. In terms of the intake, we've done a little modification to that, and we've dropped in a BMC air filter. Now, apart from that, you might be looking behind and thinking it's looking a little bit better. And that's because HRE gave us a call and they had some great wheels that were available for us. So they gave us a sponsor deal on that. And if you check them out, they are looking pretty neat on the car there. So this model is the FMR Classic series wheel. So it's a 2-piece wheel with a white gold face and the polished barrel. So this is available in whichever face color you want, and the barrel's all sort of customizable as well. Listen, I wasn't too sure when we opened the box. Everyone was like, we're not too sure how it's going to look, but now it's on the car. It's dropped pretty sick, man. We've also lowered it a little bit as well, just on links, very slightly, just a 5mm drop, so nothing too bad. And yeah, so it's looking the part now. It's looking a little bit better. We're getting there slowly. But what I'm going to do today is, guys, you're going to come with me and we'll go for a drive just to show you how versatile this setup is. So you guys who've got Cayenne Turbo S's or Cayenne Turbo, you can see how much the tune transforms the car's drivability. And doesn't actually take away from how it comes out from the factory either. One other thing I forgot to mention, guys, is also, listen, if you have a Cayenne, we do actually offer tech art upgrades for this model as well. So as you can see, I mean, at the moment, it kind of does look a little bit like it's missing something from the front. And this one doesn't have the sports design kit. So it's got the standard skirt. So it needs that kind of extra oomph. But we may go tech art on this one later on. We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, if you guys have one that's similar and you want to give it a bit more pizzazz, then just hit us up for your tech art needs, because yeah, we can hook you up, no problems. So guys, today we are going to be going for a drive in our Cayenne. So we're going to just show you how it drives really with stage 2 and exactly what these cars are like to live with. So I use this pretty much every day. It's a daily work commute. It is an EHybrid, which makes it really cool. I have a charge point here at work, and at home it gets charged up as well. Range wise, it gives, in the summer it was giving about 20 miles on the electric. At the minute it's a little bit colder now, so it's giving around about 17-18 miles. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it does make a difference. So my commute is about 50 miles each way, so I do get a fair bit of the electric use. So it averages out to be between 45 to 50 miles per gallon, which isn't bad. Especially when you pair it with having 900 horsepower. One of the first things that you got to get used to in these cars is turning it on, because they turn on in electric mode. So when you switch that on, that's it, the car's on. There's no sounds or anything like that. And yeah, you just put it in drive, let go of the handbrake, and away you go. But the great thing about this is that when you get bored, so there's 2 ways of the electric mode turning off. One is, there's actually a bottom part of the throttle. So now I'm on full throttle in electric mode. I can feel a stop in the actual pedal. If I go past that stop, right in the tunnel, then you can hear the engine will just turn on automatically. And then when you come to a stop, it will just switch back off and run in electric mode. If the engine is a little bit cold, like it is at the moment, then it will stay on for a bit until the engine is up to temp, and then work from there. The other thing that I normally do myself to warm the engine up, I actually keep it in hybrid mode in the morning, so just the engine oil gets to temp, because I don't like going halfway up the motorway and then the engine turning on when it's at like 17 degrees oil temp, you know, and then you have to drive on the motorway with cold oil. It's just my personal preference, but we're going to put it into hybrid mode now. And yeah, it will just warm up the oil a little bit. In hybrid mode, you do get quite a bit of power still, and so the engine's on, it's still quite quiet, the valves are closed, So we've used the OPF delete along with the stock Porsche sports exhaust. So you still get, like, you know, it sounds perfect. There's no internal drone or anything like that. So yeah, it's quite nice to drive. And then when you want your performance, when the oil temp comes up a little bit more, then we'll show that part as well. Okay, so now we are a little bit warmer on the oil temp, but you can see in hybrid mode it's still pretty cool. It's not as loud as it would be in sports because the valves are still closed, and the VTG position is slightly different in sports mode, so it's a little bit more responsive. But if we go into sport now, we shall see. So yeah, you can hear that rumble a little bit better. I'll open the window. You need to hear that a little bit, don't you? One sec. Nice little pops and bangs on the overrun there. But yeah, it's pretty quick in sports. So put your foot down, that does go nicely. Let's try Sports Plus. It's off. But yeah, it's quite fun to drive. Like, that's the beauty of this car. It's just like, it's got the power there when you need it, and it does embarrass quite a lot of other cars. It's got the brakes when you need, and it's got hybrid when you need as well. But see the response in Sports Plus is mega. We'll give it another quick pull here. We'll do try sports response as well. So that's like an overboost phase. And you see the car just off. And you're doing silly speeds in no time. So all this is just the downpipes done with the stock exhaust system. It's not like a full-on aftermarket exhaust system at all. But for a big thing, I mean, these things weigh like 2,600 kilos with the hybrid stuff. So for a big machine, it does move. So when you don't want to be an ASBO anymore, you can just flick it back to hybrid or to electric mode and then chill. But you've got to have a bit of fun in a tunnel now. Oh no, that's too funny. So it can be literally the perfect daily. Price-wise, these are dropped now to around about 80 grand. You can get a nice one for, depending on the mileage and spec and whatnot. But for what it is, it's a lot of car for the money, because for a lot of people, they want a performance-based car, but still practical as well. So this can literally tick all the boxes. You know, you can have a 10-second SUV that does everything. So as you see, we've come to a stop now. And while you come slow down, it goes back into electric mode. So yeah, well guys, we're going to take you out as well in the Mansory one, because that car has the downpipes, turbos, and a few other mods as well. So it'll be really interesting to see how both compare. But yeah, we'll go out in that next and see how it goes. So guys, Stanley's Cayenne Turbo S EHybrid. This is a very special example. It also already has the Mansory edition full conversion done on it, and he wanted to make it even more special. So what did he decide to do? He decided to bring it over to us here at ESMOTOR. So this has come in for a full 1,000 horsepower package conversion. It's going to be running our hybrid turbos, intercoolers, and some intakes from power division. We're going to be custom tuning the ECU and TCU, and maybe doing some fueling upgrades and a methanol injection system as well. At this moment in time right now, we've done the turbos and the other upgrades just to see how far we can get on the actual stock fuel system and pump fuel, and then we're going to be developing it a little bit more and seeing how it runs. But for now, let's jump in it and see how it drives at this level of power. Right guys, so before I jump into it, I just want to take a minute to just appreciate the quality of this car and this kit. So I'm not normally a Mansory fan. Some of them are a little bit out there, but I think they've just hit the nail on the head with the Cayenne kit, because it looks amazing, man. I mean, just that carbon bonnet, it's not too over the top, and they've also got some carbon outlays here on the grills, full carbon splitter. It's literally carbon fiber everywhere on the whole thing. But the other thing that I really like about it, which is quite cool, is the actual side skirts. So it's not too over the top there with that. It's quite a subtle upgrade. But as we were saying when we were talking about on my one, how it kind of needed a little bit more pizzazz. But with that splitter and these side skirts and stuff, it's just changed the whole look of the car. But like I said, it's quite subtle in its styling, but it's still out there. It's quite a statement as well still. And then with the way that this sounds now, with the downpipes, turbos and exhausts, it just gives it the whole kind of full package now. Right guys, so we are now in Stanley's Mansory Cayenne, and we're going to be taking a ride in this and seeing how it compares with the hybrid turbos. So let's get going. I haven't even started the car. See, that was the thing about the hybrid stuff. Don't realise that it's not started. There we go. Now we started. Just put it into hybrid mode. Away we go. So you're never ever going to disturb any neighbours when you're driving a hybrid like this. Obviously left-hand drive is a little bit different to the right-hand drive, but yeah, the coupe feels nice as well compared to the SUV. A little bit less room, I guess, in the back. This also has the, as you can hear, it's got a slightly louder exhaust on this. This has a Mansory back box along with the downpipes. So this is a valve system as well, but just in hybrid mode you can see it's still, when you accelerate, it's a little bit louder than my one. It sounds actually pretty sick. It's actually a really nice tone, to be fair. It's nice and crisp. We're going to put it in sport mode. In sport mode it just leaves the engine on. Yeah, you can feel that sounds sick. You can feel the torque in this for sure. That's just part throttle, and it's moving. We might have to get turbos in ours. I mean, for the price range, just like the performance that you get out of these is insane. I know it's not like a little bit of money, however, but compared to where it is in the market to other SUVs, I think, yeah, the performance is insane. So just cruising it automatically is just, yeah, the response is mad. These turbos are lively. But anyone still wants to go, whoop. That thing's all over the place. This is running 22s. I got 21s on the other car, but that sounds sick. Proper Asmo. But when you got a Mansory Cayenne Turbo S, you need it sounding. You know, you need to have this kind of power and sound with it. It's like literally just pure beast mode. It's like a machine. As soon as you put your foot down, you know it just wants to it needs loads of roads to unleash all that power. Let's go. Ooh. It just keeps pulling up top hard all the way through. Like higher gears, it wants to keep going. And then when you need to stop, you got no problems because you got the ceramics. No issues, no brake judder or brake fade with ceramics. That's the beauty about Porsche. Whatever car they build that's fast, you know it's going to stop just as good as it goes as well. Let's have one more. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, you can just go to silly speeds there relentlessly. You can just hear that. I don't know if you can hear it in the camera, but just that little whistle sort of thing. Sports response, and you're off. It's mad. This thing is mad. Those turbos are sick. So, man, it sounds sick. So with our one, we haven't dynoed it because of the mileage, and the transfer cases can get weak on these because they run a lot of torque. And the mileage on this is quite high as well. It's 120 something thousand kilometers. So it's about 80,000 miles, about 70,000 miles, sorry. So we don't want to put any extra strain on the transfer case if it's not needed. Hence why we haven't put it on the dyno. But judging by the numbers that this is running, And the way it runs compared to our one, which we know is at 900, this one is probably around about the 950 sort of horsepower at the moment. So it's just savage, man. Every time you want to put your foot down, you can just go. And the torque is insane. And the way it keeps pulling compared to the stock turbos is it's mad. This thing is a lot of fun, man. This is what you call a real head turner. I mean, if you're going for a Mansory kit, you don't want something that's quiet or undercover anyway. You need it to sound and perform the part. I think this is just, yeah, this is a madness. I can't wait to see what this is going to do with the fuel system. Once we've done the fuel system and the methanol on there, we should be getting another 100 horsepower. So it should be over 1,000 horsepower. 100 to 200 should be down in the 5s. And for a 2.5 ton beast to be running those sort of numbers, you know, will it do low 10s, quarter mile? You never know. And when you're done with ESMO mode, just go back to hybrid and you're all good. The valves close and you are chilling again, no dramas. Right guys, so now you've seen both of these beasts in action. Comment below on which one you prefer, the Mansory Monster or the more stock HRE looking OEM style over here. I know which one I like, but let's see what you guys think as well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and share as much as you can, and stay tuned for much more coming in future episodes.